Okay, today I'm doing 2 dishes, grilled lobster and fried rice, which will be inside the house. But right now, I got this charcoal starter, newspaper with a little bit of vegetable oil on it. Then I put in the charcoal, and we're gonna start that up. Vegetable oil will accelerate the pace that the fire starts, and it'll be a much quicker fire using mesquite charcoal, which burns hot and fast. I've already pre-prepared the lobster, but I'll explain what I did. First, you take a butter knife and you go inside the shell all the way around, loosen it up as far in as you can. Then you take kitchen shears and you cut through the shell all the way to the very end of the tail on both sides, and you'll peel that shell away. Make sure you have the knife to loosen the shell, any bits that are clinging, until you get it all off and discard it or keep it to make stock. Once I get there, I pull it off the bottom. I season both sides of the meat with my seasoning mixture. Take a little bit of butter and rub it on the inside of the shell. Keep it from drying out. Stuff it back into the shell on both sides. Season the top. And I put a little bit of butter on the top. I neglected to mention, I split the tops and make sure there's no vein left in before I put the butter on top. Once you have them seasoned in butter, you can take either a wooden skewer and stick it in from the bottom and halfway through the meat to the top so they won't curl up, or you can put them inside a metal rack with a mat rack that clamps down on top, which is what I'm going to do, and I'll show you when I take them back outside. Okay, the fire's getting pretty hot. I'm getting ready to put the lobsters in the grilling rack that I use on top of that grill. This is an old rack, but I like it. It's got 2 pieces. Take your lobsters, and I generally alternate the way they face. To fit them in as tight as possible. That keeps too much flame from getting on top. Put the rack down on them. We got a little locking ring. This one's old, I need to replace it soon. And then you can put them straight on the grill and then flip them all over at one time without turning any or losing them. Getting really big. We're going to close the lid down for a minute because I'm not quite ready to put them on yet. I want more coals and less flame. Too much flame and they'll burn up. Ooh, all right, I got a bed of coals, no flame. Time to put the lobster on. I'm going to do it for about 3 minutes. I got the meat side up. Some people recommend the meat side down first, but I like to let it sit in the shell with the butter on top where it doesn't burn the meat up, and I'll flip it over. These are small tails, so I'm going to do them for about 3 minutes on the back side, then I'm going to flip them over. Now see, butter's already dripping and flames coming up. We'll give it 3 minutes. We're only about 20 seconds into it after I put them on there. The butter's not all melted off yet, and it's already flames coming up from the fat dripping onto the fire. One thing you got to know about lobster, it's very delicate. The difference between it being cooked perfectly and being overcooked is like 30 seconds to a minute at the most, depending on the size of the lobster. It's not flaring up too bad, so I think we're okay. You see the butter is more melted now. We're about 1.5 minutes into the 3 minutes. Okay, we're right about the half point. I'm gonna flip this over. You can see it charred a little bit on the bottom side, but not bad, just the legs and the thin parts. Not a lot of flame. You don't want a lot of flame because it will burn it up. It's very delicate. Pretty good. Not a lot of direct flame underneath the lobster, just hot coals.
Fire in there. I don't want to burn up.
You're not going to burn up. Look here. Look in the camera. Look in the camera. Look in the camera. JJ's a little scared of the fire. Look. Look at that. Is it looking good? Is it looking good? Don't be scared of the fire.
There's nothing to be scared of, JJ.
I'm not going to let you get hurt ever. All right, we got to cook them on that side just a little bit longer. That's all.
It's like a big fish, a big shrimp.
He's scared of the fire, not the fish.
Oh.
You don't want to burn up, he said.
You're not gonna burn up.
Don't worry, your Uncle Gary is never going to let you burn up.
Well, he could, but you gotta be careful.
No. He's a man. He's got to learn how to go into danger. We're almost done here. Of course, you can't blame a kid who's almost 3 years old for being a little scared of fire. It is a little warm. Getting a little bit of brown on the top. We're going to let it go just another minute. All right, let's check them out now. Oh yeah, starting to get a little char on top. That's about as good as it's going to get. We're finished grilling. Time to go make fried rice.